boyfriends, girlfriends, and everyone in between. It's Jesus D Pizza, and today I'm bringing you a new video on my Minecraft journey. This is episode 2, Death, Diamonds, and Discovery. Now, to say I died too many times for my liking is a bit of an understatement. To say that it took me way too long to get diamonds and get to the nether, that gives me a bit of a 50-50 irritation, in the sense that, does it usually take me this long? Probably, because I don't usually check. But is it quite reasonable to have taken so long? Yeah, probably. But luckily for you lot ain't gonna have to see it for the whole 4.5 hours. You lot are gonna get a couple hours, not even, maybe even an hour, if not even that. So let's get cracking. Let's see what happened, and I hope you like, subscribe, and enjoy the video. So let's start with the first things first. My biggest issue was the fact that I was going into this journey with no aim at all, no kind of goal. And with that being said, I made sure my job for today's video was 1, making sure I get diamonds, and 2, making sure I get to the nether. Because obviously when you find diamonds, your first objective is to make a nether portal. Or maybe that's just me, but we move. And just like I said in the last episode, I get heavily distracted. So what did I do? I made my plan. I'm gonna go make some tools so I can go down into the caves and find what I need to find. That is not what happened. I built everything I needed to build. I then put it away and went to sleep. When I woke up, I ended up in a village. How did that happen? Absolute distraction and no concentration. I don't know how else to put it to you. All I knew is at one moment I was put in a bucket of water to jump down a hole. The next moment I found a village and spent some time there with the locals. Now, let's get one thing very clear. I am no thief in real life. But when it comes to Minecraft, every chest in every village is mine, and mine's alone, because I play by myself. If you want the stuff that's in my chest, you have to find a way to take over my body, because everything in this village is mine now. The people, the food, the beds, all of it was mine to do with whatever I wanted. And that is not what I did just now. What I did was take everything and went home. Now, just on my way home, I happily found myself 2 cows, which means I could start breeding them for their skin. Leather, not their skin, their leather. Okay, and now I don't remember what else happened, so let's continue. And now, after having a very successful day raiding a village and stealing some animals from the wild, I got myself prepared to go and do what I came here to do. Look for some diamonds in a cave. Now, to say I spent a good amount of time inside of this cave might be a bit of an understatement, considering this is when I stopped talking during my recording. This whole cave expedition is the main reason you're getting a voiceover today. Okay, so I went down my little water elevator shaft thing, you want to call it. I found me some iron straight away. Then I found me some amethyst. Then I found a really big cave that I would class as really big, and decided to light it up. Why did my brain just forget that things spawn in the pitch black under the caves? Oh my gosh, I just kept getting jumped. It wasn't really getting jumped because I knew where they were. I think I was just starting to run out of steam when I was playing this part of the game, because this is where things started to get irritating. Because not only did I have to use the limited resources I had on hand to remake a new shield, I then got beat the hell out of and died. That's the only way I can put it. These men completely jumped me. There was creepers, there was skeletons, there was zombies. The triple threat of Minecraft BS, and I died. And obviously, like any normal Minecraft player, I went back for my stuff. But like you just saw, why does this zombie in the darkness have my sword and my shield taken away 3.5 health in one hit? I was not happy, so I left. I had to recuperate, I had to check myself, and I said, nah, I need my stuff back. I was too scared because this guy also had a shovel. Now, I don't remember how much damage shovels usually do. I just said, these men need avoidance right now. I need to light up this place so I can get my stuff so nothing else spawns if I do decide to leave. But, you know, sometimes the very, very good thing about Minecraft is when you set your mind to something enough, when you put all your effort into it, you still get murked. Like, this is the Deadpool from Deadpool. These man just had it out for me. Look at that. 2 hits and my shit was everywhere. I started to lose the plot, but me with my ignorant self, my stubborn self said, there's no way. I remember specifically saying, there's no way these guys killed me with my own shit. I'm going for it. I need it. So obviously that was my plan. Was I gonna die again? Let's see. In the hopes of not dying, I used my newfound zombie strategy of using a water bucket to get them away from me so they don't need to touch me. Now, this worked out well, but not well enough, because when I did get the bravery to jump down, I only ended up walking away with 1 health. Okay, 1 heart. Do you know how irritating that is? To realize you lied and you got knocked off instead of deciding to walk away. Do you know how much my pride was not affected because it's a video game called Minecraft and I was by myself? Okay, I said the only thing I need to do now is move on. That's all I could do. Okay, I thought I could do that. That's not what I did. What I did was I used my height advantage of now being 6 foot above these guys, and I'm just consistently whacking them in the head until they drop my stuff. When they dropped my stuff, I said, yes, I am that guy. You can't kill me again. Never again. No zombies killing me. You know what? I'm not even gonna die again in this game. Okay then. Little did I know I was eating my own words. Because little did I know, just 15 minutes later was I going to find my worst enemy. These enemies are the most treacherous, irritating thing I've ever seen in Minecraft. The slime. Okay, when I tell you these things killed me, and I was beyond surprised. I didn't know it was possible to actually get killed by a slime, considering how easy they are to take down once you've cut them in half. I can only say I was overly overwhelmed by the amount of slimes that were on my screen, because after killing all the little babies and this big one definitely jumped me, I don't care what no one has to say, this motherfucker jumped me, I died, and I said, I don't know if I can play this series anymore. I remember just wanting to crush my whole PlayStation 5 and dash it out the window. But PlayStation 5s are expensive and I have a series to make. So I just sucked it up and I went and looked for my shit. And yes, not long after finding all my stuff, spending a good amount of time exploring the caves, finding some new valuable resources in this deep, dirty cave, I then died to a baby and remembered I don't like kids in Minecraft because all of them are either really annoying or absolutely useless, and the one that has a use of this game is the baby zombie, and they're just made to kill you. So what did I do? I died. Yes, that's right. I died again for like the 3rd or 4th time inside of this cave. And I said, let me get my stuff and go. I'm so done. I'm not doing this. I'm going to get my stuff. I'm going to go home. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to find something else to do. Because clearly, diamonds are not supposed to be found today. Alright, so I'm not going to lie to you. This video was already getting longer than it needed to be. So I decided, you know what? Why not just skip out all the jargon and give you the important information? So I'm gonna try and speed fire through this. I'm probably not going to, knowing me, but I'm gonna try and keep this video a lot shorter than it needs to be. So let's get going. And just like that, after I built myself some iron armor, I went up to my farm that I had started to, you know, sacrifice some of my animals. Little did I know, they were all missing. Why did nobody tell me that snow would raise the platform and get rid of all my animals, allowing them to jump over my fence? So I did what any normal person would do. I went and looked for them to see how close they were, found my cow, brought him back, and then I decided it's time for some renovation. And so I decided to go look for any other animals that might have escaped. I heard me a cow, brought him back, and now I've got my family of leather ready to start again. Was I happy? Of course not. And who likes to rerun what they've done? But you know, it is what it is. Okay, and from here I had to expand my farm. Why? Because the more food you can grow, the more food you can eat, you know? Obviously, I went and expanded the space. Here is where I decided this was gonna be my carrot farm, because I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing to grow in Minecraft is carrots. You don't shoot me for loving carrots. What can I tell you? And now that I've had a quick nap, what was my plan? To stay in the village and make my own little trading center for the first time in my Minecraft lifetime. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was slightly easy, slightly irritating. I don't think you lot understand how many times I rang this bell to make everybody run to the beds that I had moved. Literally, I took up all the beds, I placed all the beds in one building, I extended the building, and then did a whole bunch of ringing to make them all run into the beds. They didn't want to go into the beds. But eventually, I got them all in there. Now they can't escape, and I think it's time for me to flip my chances and get an enchantment. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but the amount I had to flip this table 20 times, okay? This is the specific reason why I've never done this before, because my brain just doesn't like to do stuff like this. I don't know why, but I've always said to myself, it is just a lot easier for me to just keep flipping the enchanting table and hoping that my level 30 enchantment gives me what I want, even though that's way longer considering I need to get to level 30 every single time I want to use the level 30 enchantment. But still, like I said, after 20 flips, I finally got what I wanted, which was, in this case, looting 2, which is a good enchantment. Don't get me wrong, I obviously should have probably gone for looting 3 or maybe even fortune, whatever the max fortune is, but I didn't. I got, like I said, 20 times, I wasn't flipping it no more. So that was the end of my journey in the village. Okay, so this, in my opinion, is where the game started to get good for me, because I built the courage after getting looting. I built up the courage to go down into the cave and do some more exploration. I said, well, the title of this video is going to include diamonds, so that's what I needed to find. And luckily enough, not too long after going down here, I did end up finding diamonds. But I must say, I went back to the last place I died, and that's where I started to find how big this cave actually was. And just to give you lot a little bit of perspective, this video is sped up by 10 times. And it still took a little bit of a minute to quite find the diamonds that I showed you just a second ago. But here they are, me finding them. Obviously, I wasn't happy I was getting jumped in this cave again. So I made sure they died. Found my diamonds and do as I usually do. Dig around them. You never dig straight away for the diamonds. You have to go around, figure out what's around it. You might even find more than you expected. Anyway, got my diamonds, and you know, that was my main mission of today's video achieved. Now at this point, I collected a total of 5 diamonds. I made me a diamond pickaxe, and I kept the other 2. Well, I'm pretty sure you know what the other 2 is for. But in making myself a diamond pickaxe, I then remembered there was that one place I was excited for last episode. So that's exactly where I'm gonna go to find what I need to move on. That's right. If you got a good head on you, you know I went and found the lava pool I was so excited for before. I made sure not to convert all the lava into obsidian because I do need the lava at some point. As I would assume most people do, I went and got enough for an enchanting table, considering I still had 2 diamonds left over, and enough obsidian to build a nether portal. It's weird. I haven't watched a lot of Minecraft videos, but I would assume people usually go through their portal with nothing on them, not even their armor. They survey the land and then they come back home, get what they need to protect themselves, and make the nether portal safe. That's not what I did. You know why? Because the second I stepped through, I got shot at by a ghast. And then I panicked and went back. When I did decide to go back, let's just say luck wasn't on my side. Because not only did the ghast repeatedly shoot at me to the point where my nether portal went out, he then shot at me again and my nether portal started back up. I then repeatedly got jumped by skeletons. I should start doing research before I do certain things in this game, and I think this is what I'm gonna start doing because I didn't know so many skeletons spawn in this place. So I was not prepared for the level of jumping that I got jumped. So obviously I died again. I then put my big boy pants on and said, no. I'm going to make this place safe so I don't get irritated every single time I come back. So I went back, I got my stuff and took out the rest of the skeletons. That went well until I said, let me properly board up or brick up this nether portal. This is when I fully raged, I can't lie, because I thought I was going good. I thought I had dealt with everything that was going to try and annoy me whilst I was trying to make this place safe. Little did I know I was so very wrong. Obviously, a skeleton decided to shoot me whilst I was doing what I was doing and ended up pushing me into the lava. I don't think you lot understand how happy I am I didn't bring any really good stuff from my house or high numbers of food, because I'm not gonna lie, I was fully done. I was absolutely done with Minecraft for the day. And now I'm done editing this Minecraft episode video. I'm gonna be truthful, this took me a lot longer than I needed to do it because one, this was a long project for me. I wasn't expecting it to take me so long. And for two, I just let things get in my way of editing this video. I don't think I'm gonna post another long video like this, but if you did make it all the way, I do want to say thank you so very much for tuning in. The video is probably not as long as I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at the timer now, it's saying 18 minutes. I really thought it was gonna end up in the 45 minutes to half an hour range. But I think at the point where I said I was cutting out all the jargon and all the little nonsense, I think that's what chopped down my time by a lot. So I just want to say thank you if you made it through to the end of the video. I doubt I'm going to be doing many voiceover videos again because clearly I'm not that good at it. But, you know, you only get better with experience. So maybe if I do it again, it'll be a way better. Again, thank you. And I'm so happy you made it to the end of this video. Just going to say I love you for that. And I do hope you like and subscribe and tune in for another episode or even another game that I'm playing on the channel. Thank you. It's been Jesus D Pizza. And again, I hope you like this video.